I have felt like a puppy without a bone without my sewing machine. You know, being a small biz girly is like not always cutesy and aesthetic. Like sometimes it is, but other times it's just working on a computer with a Munbyn in sweatpants and a cup of coffee. Or like, you know what I mean, working. I feel like I'm not being productive, but I am. A little bit of a teaser. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this for over a month. I'm pretty sure I sketched this out way back. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Brittany, the ginger behind Ginger Patch Designs, and I run my small business out of my home. This week's vlog is going to be a perfect example of a less than glamorous, what is really like running a small business behind the scenes, because I'm not really making very much of anything, but I did put together a very random list of things that need to be done, that have needed to be done for quite some time, and having a slow sales week is a perfect opportunity to get some of these things done. I can't even speak. Since I can't formulate a sentence, let's get to work. Okay, so far today we have gotten done, and if you hear something in the background, it's my little laminator. It's just the little engine that could. I cut up all the thank you cards I printed. That is a perfect example if you watched my DIY Canva tutorial on how I make packaging and printables and stuff for my business. That's something that I definitely print a lot of at one time because I know I'm going to use it. Whereas if it was something else, like a new product tag that I wasn't sure if I was going to sell a lot of, I would not print that many. But I probably won't have to do that again for probably months because I did so many. I restocked some stickers. Something I didn't show on camera was I was designing some new bookmark pages on Canva, but I haven't printed them yet because I'm waiting on, I ordered some matte heavy cardstock that I was going to try not laminated bookmarks. I need to change out I'm laminating some Hot Girls Read bookmarks, and so let me change that out real quick. We updated crochet stock. I updated some product photos. Usually whenever I post a vlog like that evening and then on into the next day whenever someone is going to will comment, I'll go through and read them and just make sure that I'm staying on top of that so I can see everybody's comments. Something else I actually did last night that I did not film because it took forever. There's some back end things on my Shopify website, on the shipping settings that it has taken me forever to figure out, and I finally figured out what that thing was. And so that's kind of a great example of what I mean by some not so fun things that needed to be done for the business, but they're time consuming. They're not fun, especially when orders are piling up and I would rather be sewing. I still don't have my sewing machine. We are on week 3. If they do not call me today, I am sending my husband up there tomorrow to get my sewing machine. And I don't know when it will actually get cleaned, but I need it back. I have felt like a puppy without a bone without my sewing machine. The other bookmark I printed, this is just a restock from the Jackson Market, and by restock I mean I only printed like 2 pages, is the Antisocial Book Club bookmark. This probably sells the best at markets, and it's also my favorite, and it's purple. I was also, since I don't have my sewing machine, able to do some YouTube planning. So in my Notion, if I know that I want to make, like when I was planning my vendor series, for example, I would make pages for each of the episodes. And like, as I thought of things that I wanted to include, I would take notes on it. For example, as soon as I get my sewing machine back, I'm going to be starting a sewing vlog on this tote bag pattern that I created myself. It's a patchwork tote pattern, little bit of a teaser. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this for over a month. I'm pretty sure I sketched this out way back the end of March or early April. But anywho, I was taking up some notes to make sure, like sequentially, I film it in a certain way. But here are some of the new stickers I've been working on. This is the Bookish Bank, Socially Awkward Bookworm Club. This is me for sure. Crafty ADD. Little kitty reading vibes. Also me. If this could say chickens, I would also have one that says chickens. A good old romantic-y book stack. And I read past my bedtime. That could also be a t-shirt because I love the font on this one. I also wanted to put a special note about my crochet dragons out there. I sporadically make dragons. I think it's time for coffee. I sporadically make dragons all year long. And so if you see one and it's not on the website, you need to send me a message, because here's what happens with the dragons specifically. They take a very long time to make overall, like compared to other crochet products. And so it's not that I don't put them on the website. I will literally stockpile these things all throughout the year and save them for the holidays because they sell very well around holiday Christmas shopping. So with that, because some people were asking about the dragons in the last video, I'm going to go and take pictures of these and get the two-tone purple and it was a teal and gray one. I'll get those posted on the website. I actually think taking dragon pictures are super cool because let me show you what I use as the props. So these are pens, but they are supposed to be like wands. These are Harry Potter wand pens that a former student got for me. And then I have a Harry Potter snow globe that my husband got me because he knows I'm obsessed with Harry Potter and he loves snow globes. And then I also have this. If you know what this is, I don't need to say what it is. But it does make for, if you take the sleeve off, it does make a really cool prop to like put the dragon on top of. My to-do list took most of the day, and so I just want to leave you with this thought, and I'm holding the camera because I already took it off its little tripod thingy, and this is just going to be really quick. Slow periods are not bad. Slow periods are not bad. A slow week, a slow few weeks. Small business ebbs and flows, you know, and sometimes you need that slow time to make sure you get those administrative things done, or the not so fun things of running a business that you don't want to do but have to be done, need to be done to get ready for when it is busy. Because if you're never slow and you're just go, like that's awesome. Like you're making sales, like you're rocking and rolling, that's awesome. But like sometimes you need those slow periods to get caught up. Especially if you're like a one-woman show like me. Like, I do everything for the business, and so it's a lot sometimes. And so don't get discouraged if it's slow. Try to look at it like, okay, what needs to be done? What can I get done? Let's go. I'm packaging up yet another order for Miss Mary. The account says Lily Rose, but I'm pretty sure it's Miss Mary that's placing the orders. But this is Mary's third order with me, and I'm just so flattered when customers return and love my stuff so much that they want to buy again. This will be her third bag from me, and so just to kind of like show my appreciation for her that she keeps coming back, I'm just gonna give her like a matching little purse pouch to go with it. Usually for freebies, I'll like pick from my sticker wall up here or like bookmarks or something, but this is not actually for her. I think she said it's for her daughter, and so that's why I'm gonna go with a purse pouch. I'm just going to be working on some new and restock bookmarks while we're chatting, and then hopefully I'll show them to you at the end. But today we're going to talk about productivity. And if that sounds super boring, it's because it is, but it's the not so fun part of running a business. I've been trying to tackle some things on my to-do list that have been on the to-do list for quite some time and keep just getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. One of those things are consistent emails. You can go straight to my website and there's this little pop-up thing that comes up. You can either X out of it or you can put in your email to get a 20% off coupon. My goal has been to put out weekly emails, and that's not been happening very consistently because sometimes I'm like, well, nothing's really going on. You know, whether it's announcing monthly sales or new products or new markets coming up or whatever it is, I just need to get more consistent with that. And I've been trying to work out like a template for myself, like a posting template schedule. Like the first week of every month, I'll do this kind of email. The second week of every month, I'll do this type of email, with the exception of when new products come out, because that's really hard to predict. You know, those can be like extra emails, you know, so that's kind of what I've been working on in the background, and just working on some actual email templates, like graphics and stuff, and what I want them to look like. Next on the super not fun to-do list is TikTok shop. I have been trying to get a seller account going for the longest. Don't ask me for advice in the comments. I have none. I have zero. If you follow me on TikTok, I've literally posted videos asking other TikTok shop owners for help. And so I randomly got approved, not just for seller account, which I already had but was struggling to get verified. I randomly got approved for TikTok shop. I don't remember applying for TikTok shop, but it's there. You can't see any of my products, and that's where I'm stuck. And so I'm trying to work that out. And then lastly, there are some wholesale avenues that I've been trying to explore. And by explore, that means reading, watching, listening, which is productive, but it doesn't feel productive. And that's why I felt like this was a worthwhile conversation to have while I'm working, because I don't know what productive feels like or means to you, but for me, if I'm not actively making something, like doing something with my hands, or if I'm not actively doing something on the computer, like editing a video or posting emails or like, you know what I mean, working, I feel like I'm not being productive, but I am, you know, like just because I'm not actively doing something with my hands when I'm reading, watching, or listening to, you know, these wholesale avenues, or trying to figure out how to get my TikTok shop linked properly or stuff like that, it's still work. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like a big pain in the butt is what it feels like. But it is productive. And so my whole point there was I've had to remind myself mentally, because I felt like a slug this week. I felt like I'm not doing anything. Like my husband is out of town and he's asking, oh, how's your week? What you been doing? And I'm like, I don't even know. What have I done? I haven't done anything. I've been very productive actually, but it just doesn't feel like I've been productive. So even though this week's been slower, like sales-wise, this week and last week have been slower sales-wise, and I'm not actively really making very many products or anything, I have been productive. And all of those things have been 100% necessary to try to continue improving the business, effectively running the business. Being a small biz girly is like not always cutesy and aesthetic. Like sometimes it is, but other times it's just working on a computer with a Munbyn in sweatpants and a cup of coffee. Not cute or aesthetic at all. But that's the truth. That's me on Fridays. Even though I did not feel productive this week, I did manage to not kill my new tomato plants. And they'll be ready to go in the garden probably in just a few more days. I just need it to stop raining long enough so I can actually go out there. We're in this weird, like, it rains and the ground's still really wet, but then the sun comes out and everything keeps growing, including the weeds. But the ground is so squish, I don't want to go out there. And so the weeds are already getting out of control, and my husband's already on my butt about what I'm going to do about it. First 3 were actually requests from the last market I did, and so I already have black lab, but they said like they would rather have like a face instead of a full body, and so it's kind of dark because he's black. But this is a spitting image of my baby that passed away in December. And so it was like, I was getting like really teared up while I was watching it. And then I am struggling with Chihuahua breeds just because there's so many different short hair, long hair, coloring. And so I think I have one Chihuahua right now, like a long hair Chihuahua. Oh no, I have 2. The other one's kind of not cartoonish, but it's not like a realistic picture, but it has like a little pink bow on it, and it's like she's smiling. It's super cute. But the woman showed me a picture of her Chihuahua, and it's like a short-haired tan one. And then this is the prettiest dog. Theirs was a mixed breed, but they would have bought it if I had one of these. This is a Catahoula, and I had 2 people at this show ask about a Catahoula. I've never heard of a Catahoula. I think I'm saying that right, but is that not the prettiest dog? Okay, and the other ones were just ones that I've been meaning to do for a while. This is an American Eskimo dog, a Lhasa Apso. Does this not look like an old man? And a Havanese. And Dalmatian is just a restock. I had an order for it, and I do not sell these very often at all. I think I've sold like 3 ever, and so I had to make some more of that. And then a Wheaton Terrier. I've never heard of a Wheaton Terrier, but that was a request. And then I think the last one is the Gordon Setter. I made this one a little too big. I might need to make that a little smaller. Friends, I know the last few videos haven't been like my normal videos, but don't you worry, that purple fabric I showed you last week is staring at me over there in the closet. As soon as I get my sewing machine back, I will be getting back to regular, all the crafty content. So don't forget to go to the website and sign up on the email list if you want to. Like and subscribe to this video if you haven't already. And I think that's it. I will see you next week, friends. Bye.